Welcome to our PEBC exam practice question number 6. Here is our case scenario based on pathophysiology. A 52-year-old male presents to the pharmacy with the complaints of persistent fatigue, increased thirst, and frequent urination over past few weeks. He has a family history of diabetes and a BMI of 32 kg per meter square. Recent lab results show the following: fasting blood glucose 8.5 millimole per liter, HbA1c 7.8%, blood pressure 145 over 90 mmHg, lipid panel elevated LDL cholesterol. The patient is unaware of any prior diagnosis of diabetes or hypertension. Let's discuss about our question number 1. Based on the lab results, what is the most likely diagnosis? Option A, type 1 diabetes mellitus. Option B, type 2 diabetes mellitus. Option C, diabetic ketoacidosis. Option D, metabolic syndrome. Let's think about our answer. Here, the correct answer is option B. As you can see, patient's fasting blood glucose is greater than 7 millimoles per liter and HbA1c is greater than 6.5%, which meets the diagnostic criteria for type 2 diabetes mellitus. Even his age, BMI, and family history are also consistent with this diagnosis. Now, let's discuss about our follow-up question number 1. What are the potential complications of this condition if left untreated? Option A, retinopathy, nephropathy, and neuropathy, even cardiovascular disease. Option B, severe hypoglycemia and seizures. Option C, Addison's disease and hypothyroidism. Option D, acute respiratory distress syndrome. Let's think about our answer. Here, the correct answer is option A. Untreated diabetes can lead to microvascular complications like retinopathy, nephropathy, and neuropathy. And even it can lead to macrovascular complications like cardiovascular disease and stroke. Now, our question number 2. What is the underlying pathophysiology of the patient's condition? Option A, autoimmune destruction of beta cells in the pancreas. Option B, insulin resistance in the peripheral tissues and the progressive beta cell dysfunction. Option C, absolute insulin deficiency due to beta cell exhaustion. Option D, ketone overproduction leading to metabolic acidosis. Let's think about our answer. Here, the correct answer is option B. Type 2 diabetes is characterized by insulin resistance in muscle, fat, and liver tissues, along with progressive beta cell destruction, leading to relative insulin deficiency over the time. Now, let's discuss about our follow-up question number 2. What is the role of HbA1c in diagnosing and managing diabetes? Option A, it reflects average blood glucose level over past 2 to 3 weeks. Option B, it measures current fasting glucose levels. Option C, it indicates average blood glucose level over past 3 months. Option D, it determines postprandial blood glucose levels. Let's think about our answer. Here, the correct answer is option C. HbA1c reflects average blood glucose control over the past 3 months, making it a valuable diagnostic and monitoring tool for diabetes management. Thank you for watching our video. If you found this information helpful, please like, share, and subscribe our YouTube channel for further updates. See you then. Bye.